Blessed are they who are persecuted for the sake of righteousness, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are you when they insult you and persecute you and utter every kind of evil against you falsely because of me. Rejoice and be glad, for your reward will be great in heaven. Thus they persecuted the prophets who were before you. He's talking to whom? To the disciples and to the multitude, to the crowds when he's way up there on the mountain, okay? So the last two Beatitudes talk about persecution. So what he's saying is...
It's a rough road.
Good news. It may not sound so good to many out there, but it is the good news. The good news is persecution. So what is this persecution? It's going to be in many different ways. So we talk about martyrdom. Martyrdom is a Greek word. It's not an English word. And the definition of martyr is a weakness. That's what it defines a martyr, a weakness to Christ. Okay? So in order to be a martyr, you have to shed your blood. But actually, Pope Francis spoke about a martyr, and he was talking about a cardinal from back in the one of the eastern countries that was persecuted, and his reputation, he was persecuted morally, and many political leaders in his country was really destroying the dignity and the reputation of this cardinal, because you can be destroyed that way too. Mm-hmm. And you can be a martyr that way as well, okay? When people say all kinds of things, evil things against you, because of my sake, okay? So there are many different ways of persecution. So what do you do with those things? One of the things that I have learned, because let me tell you, I have had a share of it already, okay? And so what do you do with it? You offer it. But also, when somebody's persecuting you, what do? You zip it, okay? No, you zip it. You mean that means that one of the great things, the great teachings of Jesus in the gospel, and I learned that actually preaching one time, it just dawned on me that day that the best thing that you can do for a person that is persecuting you is to pray for that person. Mm-hmm. And Jesus says that. You pray for those who persecute you. Because what he's doing is that you are loving that person. No, you're loving that person because you're giving that person the best that you can give that person. And what is the best thing that you can give to that person? Prayers.
Do you suppose, Jesus never spoke against those who were persecuting at the time that he was arrested in court.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Therefore, it was then most likely he was doing nothing but praying for them, was it not?
Remember that when he was on the way to the cross, I don't remember if he was already crucified or not. Forgive them. Yeah.
But he spoke it there. But during that trial, I was often wondered what was going through his mind. I bet he was just simply praying for every one of them.
One of the most incredible moments for me is when I celebrate Holy Week. Because, and we had a retreat, one given by one of the archbishops of this country, Bishop Quinn, Archbishop of San Francisco. And he gave us, the priest here in the diocese 10 years ago or something like that, a retreat on Judas. Mm-hmm. That was the most powerful, enlightening, incredible retreat. Wow. Because he opened my eyes towards Judas, okay? Because Jesus has called Judas to be a disciple. And he taught Judas everything that he taught the other disciples.
Yeah.
Okay? He gave Judas the same love that he gave to John. Even John, he's biased because he thought that he was the beloved, that he was... like you say, mama's boy, or the favorite one. Yeah. And so, but Judas was really, and once again, Moises, it was a choice, okay? And so Judas chose to betray him. But the most beautiful thing is that within the ritual of the Passover, Jesus with the gestures was reaching out to Judas. He always loved him. He always reached out to him. But Judas chose to reject his love. And that's why he left. According to the Gospel of John, when he leaves the room in chapter 13, as soon as Judas leaves the room, everything turns dark. It's night. What does that mean? That a friend betrayed another friend.
Jesus gives him the opportunity too. He tells him that he knows he's going to betray him. He gives him the opportunity. He wouldn't have told him if he didn't love him.
But even though he was going, can you imagine, so I tried to put myself in his shoes, and I cannot even imagine what he went through. Because you are having this incredible dinner through which he is bonding with all those males there. And I spoke about that in one of the retreats. That was one of my homilies, remember? When we had that retreat on the Eucharist 2 years ago. The most incredible male bonding experience in human history took place at that Last Supper. Okay? And not only that, but also Jesus, even Judas betrays him. He still goes with it. He keeps his cool. He doesn't get angry. He doesn't get upset. The most incredible discourse is given after the Last Supper is over, chapter 14, 15, 16, and 17 of the Gospel of John is given. He is giving all those teachings. He is telling them that they are going to bond even after he dies. And he uses images, the vine and the branches. He does many different things. He tells them that he loves them, that he is not going to leave them alone, that he's going to pray to the Father in chapter 17, that he longs for them to be one with him as the Father is one with him, with the Son. It is something that is overpowering, that whole experience there.
Does Judas leave after the body and blood? After he does the body and blood, or is it before? Because he does the blood after meal. Does Judas leave between the meal being over and
that's a good
blood
question.
being consecrated? Or is ask that question?
I don't know. He didn't drink the last cup.
Remember, it was delayed. Remember?
But none of them drink it.
No, the last cup.
None of them drink it.
It was not the last cup, and there's the cup of.
The fourth.
The fourth cup. See, it was never completed, remember?
Because it's fulfilled on the cross.
Remember we talked about?
When he
Until
dies.
He went to the cross. That's when the fourth cup was completed. So there wasn't a chance. Judas left between the two.
Dang Judas.
But he does say it after he breaks the bread, he does say a blessing and break.
Right, right. He has the
Serves
bread.
blood as well.
He had the bread, but he didn't have the blood.
So he did have some blood at that Last Supper as well. He said, "This is my blood."
This is my body.
Yeah, this is my body and this is my blood. So there obviously was some blood at some at the Last Supper.
But it wasn't the last cup.
It wasn't the fourth cup, but it was like the third, right? I mean, because he did, what Gary's saying, that's when he established the new covenant.
He just said, "Take this in remembrance of me."
That's what we
Take
have
it,
every Sunday.
I love you,
right.
Ricky.
Right.
Yeah.
But not according to the Gospel of John.
Right. Right.
In one of the Gospels, he lives without drinking the last one. But he does it. He has to do it, of course, because he has to establish it. But that it doesn't mean when he says, "This is the covenant. This is the chalice of my covenant." that is going to be fulfilled when he sheds his blood on the cross.
Because even when you do the consecration, do you not say that, take this and drink it, all of you in remembrance of me, along with all of that?
Yeah.
So isn't that, then he serves them at that point?
He says it, and he probably drinks it, but it's not fulfilled until that's one of the cups. But that's not the last cup where he sheds his blood. Yeah, exactly. Because all those cups are of Thanksgiving, are they not? Yeah. Or one or two of them.
Different aspects, because you have
Four different ones.
There are 4 different ones, right? The last one is the cup of consummation, which means the total summation
of the meal,
of the whole meal.
Okay, my brain is dead tired.
Go end your day off.
Yeah, but wow.
Wow, what a meeting.
Wow. Powerful.
When you give the homily on the Beatitudes a month or two ago, whenever it was, on the morning house, that opened my eyes up so much, and I thought this was great.